So I've just got back from Hove Prom Parkrun, and I thought today I would see how close I could get to my sub 19-minute goal. Things weren't looking amazingly well because we had a bit of a headwind going one way. If anyone has done Hove Prom Parkrun before, then you know that it's a couple of loops, so it means that if there is a bit of wind, then you're going into the wind one way, but you have it behind you the other way. But I'm very pleased to say that I managed to get my sub 19 goal. So I came out in the end, just got my official parkrun time through, came out with 18:37. So super pleased with that, really happy. Got well under the goal I was aiming for. Previous PB was 19:32, but the intervals, the speed stuff has really been helping. So very pleased with that. I wasn't sure going into it whether I would get the sub 19 because I did my intervals earlier this week, and because I had a conference on the day that my club usually does the track session, I actually had to go out on the Tuesday and do intervals on my own, which was a pretty grueling experience. It reminded me how difficult it is to do intervals or speed stuff when you haven't got a group of people around you who are all doing the same thing, all kind of suffering together at the same time. So I wasn't sure about this week, but I went out there, gave it a go, and it was very difficult towards the end. Feeling a bit sick, lightheaded, but managed to get over the line in sub 19. So I'll put my splits up on the screen so you can have a look. As you can see there, 3:39 was the first one, so 3:39 per kilometre. And that was going into the wind, but didn't feel too bad. It was the first kilometre. 3:43 for the next one, so that was slightly slower than the first, but still fine. I was aiming for under 3:45 overall, so I could be kind of comfortably within the sub 19 goal. And then 3:49, it was getting a bit trickier to this point. We had a long stretch where we're going into the headwind, and then 3:46 the next one, and then the final one 3:38. I knew that the finish line was in sight, so I was just kind of pushing it for that and reaching the goal. A few things I think made a difference. So firstly, my running club, Brighton Phoenix, had a meet-up today, and because I'm used to running with other Phoenix members who are doing the track session, I think that made a psychological difference, having others around you who you're used to running with, and also that you're all kind of pushing together, that kind of sense of togetherness. I think that really helped today. I also, and I couldn't believe I did this, I set my watch to kilometres, and that felt almost dirty, almost sacrilege, because I'm someone who is used to running with miles rather than kilometres. But I thought for a 5k and actually for a 10k too, it's probably more useful to see the watch clicking over in terms of kilometres. They come up more often, kilometres rather than miles. So I found that really helped, having the 5 there. I knew that my 3:45, sub 3:45 for each kilometre would get me well in under. So if I had a little bit over, as I did with some of the kilometres, then it'd be okay. And the final thing I did, get a bit of a risk, was I ran with some new shoes. So I've only done one run in these. These are Reebok Float Ride Energy 4s. They're the lightest shoes that I've ever got, but I thought I would take them out today after using them for one run earlier this week. And again, they seem to have paid off. They're really nimble shoes, and they certainly helped in terms of having a bit more cushioning. So they're slightly more cushioned than my other road shoes, and as I said, lighter as well. So really happy with that, with the outcome there. And it means that my next focus in terms of the shorter speed stuff is going to be the 10k distance. And I think based on how I've done with the 5k, what I'm going to go for is sub 40. It's something I've never done before. I've done something fairly near to that. So 40:38 I think was my previous PB from about 4 years ago. That was at the Staines 10k, so just near my hometown. That was a really nice event actually. But yeah, I think sub 40, that's going to be the goal I'm going for. So that's what's going to be coming up next, my training for that. So a bit more kind of threshold pace stuff, and then going for the sub 40 10k.
For the next stop. Okay.
So I got the lead runner there, Rich McDowell. He's about 2 miles ahead at the moment apparently.
He's over 2 miles on him. He's right, but he's not supportive. What we can see.
Well done, great going, well done.
Thank you.
So that was the current first place going through, very speedy, looking good at 65 miles. And apparently, as I said there, the next guy is a couple of miles behind him. They've got an aid station just down there, so Saddlescombe Farm, so it's about half a mile away, something like that. But yeah, still a fair bit to go. Well done, great going. Well done.
Yes, thank you. Good job.
Got third place just coming through. Well done, good going. Looking good.
Well done. Good work.
Well done. Great running, well done.
Fantastic stuff.
First woman coming through here.
Oh, you're doing amazing.
Great running, well done. Well done.
Keep going. Well done.
So it's the next day, just going along the South Downs Way today. I didn't mention this yesterday, but it's now Sunday and doing some course clearance. So volunteering a bit for the South Downs Way 100, and I'm going to be going between two of the aid stations that were on the course from yesterday. So those aid stations are Houghton Farm, which we've just come from. So just looking at, you know, signs that might still be up, picking those up. And then the aid station we're going to is Bottolphs. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, so that's the one I'm going to go to. I think it's about a 16-mile stretch in total. So just going to be casually running it today, picking up any litter, course signs from yesterday that might have been left behind, and getting to enjoy some of the South Downs Way. And I'm just out with James as well. So James is joining me for the first half today up until, what's the aid station we're going to? Washington, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so James is going to join me to Washington, then I'm going to carry on to Bottolphs, where I'm probably going to finish today's run, but I'll see how I feel. Might run back to Devil's Dyke, but we'll see how it's going. So one thing I need to be careful about today is not to remove any signs for Race to the King. So we've just seen some people running Race to the King coming past, and the signs are still out. So I've got to make sure I don't ruin anyone's race and they end up kind of doing circles of Houghton Farm or something. So got to be careful, but I think I know what I'm looking for, so should be all good. Not bad views at all. So just come up this pretty massive hill, not far from Amberley, and yeah, beautiful out here. So it's not a part of the South Downs Way that I've run before. I have walked it a good while ago when I did the South Downs in about 7 days, I think, of walking. But actually the section of the South Downs that I've been on much more for running, that is the last 40 miles. So today, as you know, well as being able to volunteer a bit for Centurion, pick up some stuff, also getting to see a new part of the South Downs Way, for in running terms at least anyway. So this means that I would have, you know, run a bit more of the South Downs Way than I did previously, so it's good to try it out. Oh, it's got reflective on the bottom.
Yeah. So here we have our first pink ribbon, and Ben is now doing the honours. It's all very sustainable. It looks like it's reusable as well, which is great.
That's
so we're gonna pack this away and put
other
use this at other events.
So just left James back there at Washington, and we did about 9 miles up until that point. In that time, we found one remaining Centurion ribbon, so the one we found back there, and a small bag of rubbish, which I'll put up on the screen so you can see how much I found in 9 miles of the South Downs Way. It's not to say it was all from the race yesterday, from the South Downs Way 100. A lot of people, that's on there. A lot of people have been using this route for various things. Race to the King, had the UK Ultra a couple of weeks ago. There was a cycling race on here as well. So, and there's lots of people walking. So it might not necessarily all be from yesterday, but just so you can see how much I picked up. Not a massive amount, I suppose, in the scheme of things, but you know, all does make a difference. So, you know, really important if you're out on a route just to take all your rubbish with you, leave the countryside all nice. So that's what I found so far. And from Washington, I've managed to get a plastic bottle and 1 tissue so far. So that's what we're looking at the moment. Probably about another 6 miles to what would have been the next aid station, Botolph's, and then I'll be hitting the river Adur just north of Shoreham. But yeah, lovely day for it. Great day out and about, just taking it easy. Legs aren't feeling too bad after yesterday, after the 5k PB at Hove Prom Parkrun. But yeah, just chilling today, enjoying it, and I'm also using it as a bit of a chance to test out my stomach with a couple of foods that I haven't had on races before. So I had a big sandwich back there, some vegan cheese in there, mayo, cucumber. So I thought I'd try that out on the stomach, and also some crisps. So using it as a bit of a food testing day as well, picnic in the sun if you like. So just coming into Botolph's, and this will be where my post-race sweep ends for the day. So I'll put up on the screen what I've done. I think I might run into Shoreham actually to get the bus back. Not sure yet, but yeah, I'll put up. Oh, I got on today. Oh, he's going fast. Wow. So I'll put up on him as well. I'm just going to do this again and again. Good times. So yeah, probably run into oh yeah, so I'll probably run into Shoreham I think now and get the bus back from there. But yeah, I'll put up what I've done for today's run, and next thing coming up on the channel in terms of my speed work is going to be going for the sub 40 10k following the 5k PB yesterday. So now I'm going to be focusing training towards that and seeing how I get on. So thanks for tuning in everyone, have a good week, enjoy your running, and see you all in the next one.